So those are my go-tos, putting music on and putting the Story Nori podcast on. But I can definitely see the benefits of kind of splitting it up, having a little bit of time in the morning, having a little bit of time in the afternoon. I've really been liking it. So today's video is going to be about our new summer schedule that we're going to be trying out until the school year is over. We have about, I think our last week is the first week of July, something like that. We have 2 more breaks though, like 1-week breaks before that, so that's gonna be nice, one of which is next week. So if you guys haven't watched my last couple of videos, I don't remember if it was the one before this one or the one before that, but I made a video a few videos back talking about our schedule and just kind of the breakdown of how things kind of go and when we school. And we decided to switch things up for a couple of reasons. So if you haven't watched the video about our schedule and routine, I would watch that first just to get a little bit more insight, because I'm not going to really talk about it a lot in this video. So yeah, if you guys are interested in hearing the details about our new summer schedule, just go ahead and keep on watching. But basically, we switched from doing school in the morning to doing it after lunch. So that was the biggest change. And then the other change that we did was doing iPad time and splitting it up. So instead of iPad time being from 12 to 3, doing 3 straight hours, the kids have iPad time from 10 to 12, and then we will have school after lunch, or while they're eating lunch, we start school. So that was the biggest change. What we used to do before is do morning work and then do school after breakfast, and then school would be done around lunchtime. And we take breaks and we have a snack break in between there. So it would take us a little longer. So today was day 2. The biggest reason that we decided to do this little switcheroo was because now that it's starting to be summer, like actual summer, it's getting, you know, it's primarily hot. It's not really that cold anymore, even in the mornings. We would miss pretty much the only window of time to be outside. So there's 2 scenarios here. So if I wake up before the kids, which is my goal, but it rarely happens, I will have a head start on stuff. I will start breakfast a little bit earlier than usual, but we're gonna be talking in realistic form here. So realistically, the kids are up before me, a good 30-45 minutes before me and Mavis. They will do their morning work 90% of the time before I'm even up. So they're usually done with their morning work before I'm done making breakfast. Then they will usually change and then they'd head outside. So the only things that I prioritize in the morning, because we usually do school in the mornings, is just unloading the dishwasher and then loading it with like the breakfast dishes. And you know, that's pretty much all I have time for. Maybe I'll change my clothes, wash my face, brush my teeth, do all like those things, and the kids will kind of be outside. Then I have to call them in because by then it's already time to start school. So again, like I said, realistically, we're probably making breakfast by 7:30, finish cleaning up by like 8:15, and it's literally like clockwork without us even really trying. And school starts at about 8:30. That's just how it's always been. We haven't changed things, and you know, so I was just used to that. So once I realized, like, you know what, like I can switch it up, like we can have extra time outside. So that was the biggest thing. So I'm like, now instead of them having to come in, they can take their yoga mats outside or in the garage or in here. They can do stretches or from gymnastics, because I've been meaning to incorporate that more, but it's hard when you already have a routine and a schedule and then you're trying to like add things in there. You know, it's hard when you don't prioritize it, you know? So that was something that I was like, okay, great. We'll do outside time once they get tired of being outside. We'll do some stretching. They'll practice their handstands. They'll do some exercise. Put music on. So in the morning, as soon as we get up, I'll turn the radio on. I'll put music on for them, and that entertains them as I'm making breakfast and they're doing their morning work and all of that. They do start their iPad time at 10, and they have it from 10 to 12. And what that window of time is gonna be is for me to either get ready, like clean up, maybe start a little laundry, take out anything I might need for dinner, plan what I'm gonna make for lunch, because I'm not like, I can't plan that tediously to like know what we're gonna have every single day for each meal, but meals do stress me out. So I do like to have that little bit extra time so I can plan for that in the morning. So that's been very helpful to have that time the last 2 days. And then, like I said, I'll either start laundry or I'll get ready depending on if I worked out. Or if I didn't work out before the kids woke up, then I'll work out like I did today. I worked out right when they started their iPad time. The girls help Mavis if she gets, you know, lost in, you know, trying to watch her stuff or, you know, use her iPad. So it's been really nice. I literally got an hour workout today with very minimal interruptions, and I was fully prepared to entertain Mavis in the garage while I was working out, but she never went in there. She stayed with her sisters and they were really good. So I was really happy about that. So right now I'm still trying to find my footing in like really what is happening, you know, at what times. I switched my alarms up a little bit, but still, you know, I'm a little bit like lost. So again, I just really appreciate the time that I have now that they get to be outside, enjoy the weather, and I can, you know, clean up and I can spend some time with them, and then I can get dressed and I can work out and they can have their iPad time. So then after they have their iPad time, we will do lunch. Sometimes I'll just let them keep watching their iPad while they're eating their lunch. And then right when they're done, it's time for school. So we'll start school and I'll kind of leave them at a point where they can finish up whatever they're doing. I'll go take Mavis to take her nap, and then I'll come back and we'll finish school, and then school will be over. So the last 2 days that we did this, in the morning, they're still doing their morning work when they get up. And then also we do Spanish. So like I was telling Ramses, I said, you know, like I used to put out their morning work and I used to do all these things. And I feel like it's unnecessary because they know where it is. And a lot of the time when I don't put it out, they find it, they do it, they get to it without me having to, you know, really tell them anything. So that's not an issue, so they can do that all on their own. That's fine. And then Spanish, a lot of the time it's on the board and they just kind of copy stuff and we have dialogue, so that's really easy to do while I'm doing the dishwasher and all that stuff. So we get those things out of the way. They have a little bit of time to get their, you know, brains going with a little bit of math, reading, some cursive, and doing a journal, doing some gratitude and affirmations for the day, and then head outside, have some sunshine, run around, you know, just kind of appreciate the day as it's starting. When we actually start school, we'll do either geography or science. So yesterday we did geography, today we did science. Then we'll do language arts and math, and then at the end we'll do a little history read aloud, or we'll do an art project. We'll alternate. So when I put Mavis to sleep and I come back and then we finish school, school's been taking me about an hour and a half. She hasn't woken up while we're still doing school these last 2 days, so that's good. They'll check their zones and then they'll just have free time. They'll watch TV, or sometimes they'll even take a nap, or they'll play a game, or they'll play with their dolls, or, you know, whatever. And then I'll just kind of clean up the schoolroom and I'm kind of done. So all of that will stay the same. The only thing that changes is I might work out before they wake up. I might work out during their iPad time. I might be getting ready during their iPad time. I might be getting ready after we finish school. So it really depends on how I'm feeling that day and what I want to do. Sometimes I might film some videos or edit. So again, I think it's really about making sure they're getting outside in the morning and having some exercise, some stretches, and they get to still have a little bit of work in the morning, and then they also get to have their Spanish, and then later on in the day we'll finish school up and then they can have free time for the rest of the day. So we're usually done with school at around 2 o'clock, and then they will have another chance to get on their iPad or the Nintendo later in the day, and that's between 5 and 6. So between 5 and 6, I kind of give them the options like, hey, you guys can get back on your iPad for an hour, or you guys can play the Nintendo or something like that. So that's totally fine with me. It gives them a little bit of time to kind of wind down before it's time for dinner and to take baths and all that. So that's been working out really well too. But yeah, I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. Yeah, so I think, so I'm really excited to kind of keep going. Like I said, I do feel like I'm a little bit, you know, uneasy at times because I feel very out of whack doing a different kind of routine, but I really see the benefits. I feel a lot less stressed out towards the end of the day. I'm finding myself doing like extra things that I wasn't before, and then being able to relax and still have time to film or do other things that sometimes I put off and I don't prioritize. So, and that's only the past 2 days. So I feel really good about this schedule. And I was always the homeschool mom that was like, no, I want to get school just all done at the same time, just get it done and all this stuff. But I can definitely see the benefits of kind of splitting it up, having a little bit of time in the morning, having a little bit of time in the afternoon. I've really been liking it the past 2 days. So like I said, the more that we're doing it, I'll probably do an update later. Like maybe I'll have a little bit more of a concrete, routine. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, I've been utilizing podcasts, and I use the Story Nori on Spotify, and the kids really like it. So I was really pleased because something new, and you're always kind of like and yesterday I put it on for them, and they were like, oh wow, it was so nice, I really liked it. They had positive feedback. But then today they brought it up before I did, and I was like, oh okay, yeah. So those are my go-tos: putting music on and putting the Story Nori podcast on, and then they'll have their iPad time, and then we'll do like TV. They can watch TV in the afternoon. So I kind of feel good because we don't turn on the TV like the whole morning, pretty much until Mavis wakes up from her nap around 2. The TV doesn't get turned on, so that's kind of nice. Yes, they do have iPad time in there, but I feel like it's probably better that they have iPad time a little bit earlier in the day than having it like too close to bedtime, I would say, like for their brains. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. But yeah, hopefully I covered everything. Like I said, I'll probably do an update video later on, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you guys kind of split up your day, if every day is different or not. I do like to have some structure. I do have, that school background, which I'm trying to, slowly chip away at. But I do just like having a general outline of what we're doing, switching it up here and there, but generally having a good routine. One of my kids was a little bit like off these past 2 days because we've been doing things a little bit differently, but it seems like they're coming around. So hopefully everything works out. Maybe if we do end up really liking it, it'll turn into our regular routine for the new school year, so you never know. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.